Alrighty, guys, gals. Biggie here. So this video, I'm just creating. I do get from time to time people ask me what add-ons I'm using, and what I'm going to do is just go over the add-ons that I pretty much use on every character, and just a very basically how I use them. So first of all, I use Auctionator. It just makes the auction house a lot easier to use for me personally. I'll demonstrate here. So when you open up the auction house here, you have these tabs at the bottom. The browse is obviously the same. What I like this for mostly is the selling tab right here. So what you'll see over here, you no longer have to dig into your bag. It will just open up. This is what you have, and it actually sorts these things for you. So say I wanted to sell this silk cloth. All I do is click on it. Now, I'm on a completely dead server, but what will happen for you is it will scan, and it will basically list yours automatically for 1 copper more. Now, you can change, you can customize this, but this is how I like to use it. And so there's currently nothing up here, unfortunately, to show you. But all you do is you list it and you post. It's that simple. You can look at any bids you have. You can look at whatever auctions you currently have. The shopping tab is also interesting as well, because say you find a whole list of cloth or something that you want. Instead of clicking buyout, all you do is you can shop for it. Your wool cloth, and if there's something to buy, you can actually just click buy all and it'll buy the whole stack. So that is Auctionator. That's what I use that for. Next thing I use is an add-on called Bagnon. Also, all of these add-ons will be listed in the description of this video, and you can get them from CurseForge, and I'm going to open up CurseForge here in a little bit. So all Bagnon does, it just puts all of your bags together here, and I did not used to like this, but it's just much better for me to use personally. The other cool thing about this, right here, if I was to right-click, it'll actually open your bank, and it'll show you what you have over in your bank. There's all kinds of options here that you can use, and I have mine set. You can sort your inventory automatically. By default, there's more icons out here, but I have mine set. I have those hidden because I don't use those. But that is Bagnon. Bartender is another one that I use, and Bartender, I think a lot of people use this, but that's the reason you see this bar here in the center. My bars are smaller, things like that. And the way that you do that, once Bartender is installed, if you right-click, this is what the add-on looks like, a little mug there. If you unlock, you'll see it shows you the bar number. Like here's the micro menu, the bag bar, here's the Blizzard art bar, bar 4. And you can basically enable or disable whatever you want. If you want a new bar, you click enable, here it is right here. You can show the button grid on it. What I like to do is reduce the scale. I like it about 0.65. This is just my personal preference. Sometimes I'll take the padding down. This just moves the buttons closer together. 0.3 is pretty good, somewhere in there. If you want it the other way, obviously you change it from one row to this way, and then you can move this bar wherever that you'd like. That's what I use a Bartender for. So you can reposition all of this stuff. So what I do with my Blizzard art bar, for instance, I set it to 0.6, and then I base everything else off that scale size. So for instance, bar 1, it's 0.6, right? It's right, well, that's the art bar right there that I can move around. But you put this where you want, and then you can place your bars inside of it. For instance, the micro menu. Now, this one I have a little bit larger because it doesn't fit in there, but you can adjust the size, get it where you want, and then just lock everything into place. That easy. Very, very basic explanation there. I have an add-on called Bliss Move. What Bliss Move allows me to do is I can move anything I want. I can reposition these. which I like to do. Like when you open a quest and it pops up over here, what I usually do is just drag it over here so I can read the quest a little bit easier. And again, that's called Bliss Move. It allows you to move basically every single thing in the game. I have another add-on called KillTrack, and I can't really demonstrate it right now. But what it will do, if you're hunting a specific type of mob, if you've got a low drop rate, and you're wondering, like, how many times have I killed this thing? All you do is hold your mouse over it, and where you get your anchor that pops up over here, it'll show you how many times you've killed that specific mob, not only for your specific character, but also for all of your characters on that server. It'll show you the two different ones there. I have something called Leotrix Maps, which I love. Leotrix Maps is right here. Couple of different things you can do in here. You can show the unexplored areas if you'd like. You know, if say, like if I've not been down here, but yet I can see it. So here's Bliss Move. I can move the map wherever I want. You can change that back if you want. Another reason I like it is it shows the level. You see the level up there on the, it shows the zone level beside the name of the zone and also the level of fishing. It's pretty helpful for me if I'm trying to figure out where I need to go next. Like if I'm doing a hardcore challenge and I want to go to a place where the mobs are going to be green. As you can see, it shows you based on your level, red, orange, yellow. That's the real reason I use Leotrix Maps. I also have Leotrix Plus, which is this icon. This is great. I love this add-on so much. So if you don't want to read quest, if you just want to pick up the quest and turn in the quest, you can automate the quest right there. You can automate gossip. This is very handy. Let me give you an example. If you go to a vendor, instead of them opening up, well, it needs to be like a repair. See if we can find a repair person here. Well, a better example is the bank. What the hell is the bank here? Over here. If we go into the bank, what you'll usually get if you talk to one of these people,
what are you looking for?
That dialog box you just saw there, it just bypasses it and he opens up. Same thing with a vendor. Instead of saying, clicking on the dialog and clicking OK to open the menu,
go forth to victory.
Does it automatically for you. You can automatically accept summons, automatically release PvP, automatically sell junk automatically. This is great. What this will do is it will only sell the stuff marked as junk, the gray items. It won't sell white items or anything like that. Really great to have. The reason I don't have this checked right now is because I'm doing the Iron Man challenge and a gray item might be an upgrade. I also like to keep repair automatically. That way, every time I go to a vendor who can repair, it just takes care of it. That way I'm not out in the world with broken gear because I've forgotten to repair. All kinds of other stuff you can do in here. The frames, this is a big one too. I can move my buffs around here. If I don't like where they are, I can put these things wherever I want. Under my character, I can put them down here. This is where they are by default. And then you just go back to main menu. All kinds of stuff here. And I've not even like messed with most of this, but that's a good one, Leotrix Plus. I also have Questy. Everybody's probably familiar with Questy. All kinds of options you have for Questy. One of the things I like about Questy, if you go to Questy options, and you scroll down on this first general tab, right here, the sound options.
Congratulations.
When you complete a quest, you can set this however you want. There's so much to choose from here. If you want the human male,
congratulations.
Whatever you want. I like to keep the quest completed checked here and the quest objective. So if you have more than one thing you need to do for the quest, it'll play this sound. So I've completed a portion of the quest, and when I'm finished,
congratulations.
I get this sound. That way I don't have to track. I don't have to have the quest log open. Personally, I like a very clean interface. I know people like to use these UIs, and it takes up like the whole quarter bottom. They've got stuff open over here. They've got the quest log really, long. You don't need to do any of that, in my opinion. I can just kind of track the quest without having that stuff open. But a whole bunch of other stuff Questy can do. Now, I also use something called TipTac, which is right here. The real reason, this thing does so much, but this is the reason I really use this. If I click anchor, so this is where this little tooltip pops up, and I like to move this around so it's not like out here blocking the screen. This is a good place for it, in my opinion, right over there. And that's why I use that, honestly. But that's all I use it for. There's so much more you could potentially use it for. I use SexyMap. This is this map here. It changes the default map, and I can move this wherever I want. So I'm going to demonstrate. Once you have SexyMap installed, if you right-click on it, it will open this up. And the default presets. So let me just show you what you get here. So all kinds of different ones. There's blue rune circles, blue diamonds, you name it, parchment, whatever you want. I like it like simple square is the one I usually take. But they also have user presets, and I looked at some of these. Some of these are really cool. They have clouds, so if you've got like a theme or your RP in it, whatever, this is a Diablo thing there. Really interesting, I think. Your space, all kinds of cool stuff. But again, I kind of like simple, so just give me this one. And then you can move this wherever you want. I like it up here. And I have an add-on also that hides all of these add-ons. So if I move my mouse off of this, they all disappear. I hover over the mouse and they come up. And again, this is just because I want a clean interface. And I honestly can't remember what it is that does that, but it's part of one of these things. You can hide the clock. If you don't want the clock showing, you can hide the coordinates, whatever you want to do. Great little add-on there. Again, that's called SexyMap. What else do I have? The last thing I have is an add-on called What's Training. This is a great add-on. And if you open up your spell book, so I'm Bliss Move, I can move this. It puts this tab down here. It says what can I train. The add-on is called What's Training. If you click here, you can see it'll show you what's available now. These are the spells I could learn now if I wanted. And it even shows you the gold cost, right? So the total for everything I can use, 2 gold 13. This is 15. It shows me exactly what it is. These are available but missing requirements. That means I've not learned the first rank of these. And it shows you what's coming soon. This is super helpful. So I'm currently level 30. I know if I make it to level 32, this is what I can train. So if you're out and you've leveled up, and you're like, do I need to go see the trainer? I don't know what I have. You open this up. If there's stuff you don't want, you don't have to make a trip to see the trainer, right? If you're going to bypass some stuff. Really, really helpful. If you're a hunter, it will also show your pets, what your pet has learned and what's available to him and what's coming up. The same type of thing. Really, really cool add-on. Okay, I'm going to just kind of splice this into the video. I forgot to cover it. I used to go to CurseForge and I would manually download the add-ons. I would extract them and then put them in the folder they're supposed to go in. CurseForge, if you get the app, it is much, much easier. So go to CurseForge.com, click CurseForge, get the app, and what you're going to get is this. Now, there are ads over here, but honestly, what I do is I just slide this off the side of my monitor so I don't have to see them. So I'm going to show you this. When you open up CurseForge after it's installed on your computer, this is what you're going to see. And so right now I only play Classic and Cataclysm. I do not play Retail, so you won't see it listed here, or whatever the current thing's called. So this is where you can search for add-ons. These are the current ones I'm using, and I just went over these. I'm pretty sure I covered all those. I open this thing up about every couple of days, and if there is an update available, it will show. It'll have a number here of how many's available. All you do is click this button, update all. It automatically updates everything for you. You don't have to worry about it. Now, I would suggest doing this before you open up the game. You can update while you're in the game, but I found that Questy specifically it'll sometimes hose up. I don't know if it'll crash the game, but there'll be issues. So I would suggest doing this when you're at least logged out of the game. And it'll have a number beside each one of these. So you can switch over to Cataclysm Classic. Same thing, just hit update all. You can search for an add-on here if you want. If you want that voiceover add-on, voiceover classic right here, you click install, you automatically get it. It's that simple. Highly recommended. So I just wanted to throw this in, and let's continue. Anyway, that's it. This is going to be on the channel. If you want to look at this in the future, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. It'll have something to do with add-ons, and you can just search the channel and find this video again. If you happen to see this video and you want a more detailed explanation, or you're having trouble with an add-on, I mean, it's not like I'm an expert, but if you ask a question on the video, I will answer the question. I'll do my best for you, or I'll make a demonstration video to show you exactly how to use that add-on. But that's it for me. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks very much. Take care. I'll see you in a future episode of something.
Goodbye.
Peace.